What is up guys, Andy Forrester, Dean Runner here. Welcome back to another race vlog, and today we're heading on down to Oldbury for the Oldbury 10 miler. Right, so we've made it to Oldbury here, ready for the 10 miler. So the plan of attack today, just before I go and get my number, just so you guys know what the action plan is: 5 miles marathon pace, 3 miles half marathon pace, and if I've got anything left at the end for the last 2 miles, I'll see if I can pick it up at all. So this is all part of the bigger plan, goal half marathon next month. So today is going out there, picking it up, seeing how the fatigue is when I get to half marathon pace, see how my legs feel, and then if I can pick it up again, that'll be amazing, and if not, we'll just sit and hold at half marathon pace. So let's go and get the number and let's get changed and ready to go. Alright, just getting a quick warm-up done. A little bit windy today. Should be windy on the way out, nice on the way back hopefully. But yeah, this should be a good race today. Feeling good. Let's hope we can execute something decent. The key will be being disciplined in the first 5 miles. That is the aim of the game. It's a long run workout. And if I do feel disciplined, then that'll be the discipline bit done mostly sort of into the wind really. And then hopefully as things pick up, we might have it on our sides and back, which would be great. So yeah, just looking forward to getting out there, testing out the Saysky Endorphin Elites in race mode. They're just incredible, these shoes. Can't wait to give them a good blast out. So 15-minute warm up, finish this one off, do some strides, and we get straight into this race. So I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive thanks to Saysky for sponsoring this race vlog. They've been supporting the training series and they're supporting this race video too. I'm wearing their race kit and I absolutely love it. I've got their race singlet on today, wearing their combat shorts and just some of their normal racing socks, and it is absolutely fantastic. They've very kindly offered a discount code of FOD15 where you guys can get 15% off full price Saysky items. I'm sure you've seen loads of it during the training series and you'll see plenty more of it leading up to the goal half marathon later in October. So once again, a massive thanks to Saysky for sponsoring this week's video. Andy Rayner, 747.
Call Dad. Ready? Got it?
Come on, Andy! Come on, Andy! Come on, Andy! Come on, Andy! Number 8.
Andy Rayner, 747. So there we go, we survived 57.45ish I think. Managed to get the first 5 miles done at the right pace, a little bit hard but did it. Next 3 miles, hit the right pace, was hard, did it, couldn't cut down the last 2 but held strong, got that done. Another 2 miles cool down, 14-mile day. That was a really good effort. Alright, so back at the car, actually outside Tesco's. Going to go in and buy myself some nice treats after that. That was a great race. I really ended up enjoying that. I kind of went into it with a bit of a mindset of, oh, it's a kind of a workout and it's going to be a little bit boring and mundane, but I've come out of it feeling really accomplished. And the reason why is because it was actually quite windy and it was actually quite humid. It wasn't the best racing conditions. Course was brilliant and I would genuinely highly recommend that. Great, flat and fast, very good. But yeah, humidity was hard going, and I think I noticed that very quickly in the warm-up today. So let's go through the race blow by blow. As I said in the intro, I had to, the goal today was 5 miles marathon pace, 3 miles half marathon pace, and if I could kick on at the end, then I would try to. So effectively what happened is I went out from the gun and I went out a little bit quick. I noticed my watch was saying 5:30s. That first front pack formed and I was like, oh, I wanted to get my nose in there, but I knew I had to hold back. So then like a second pack formed in front, and then there was a big group of us. I'd say about sort of like after a mile or two, there was a big group of like, I don't know exactly, maybe 8-10 of us or something. There was a good group of us either way. And I'll go through the splits with you. So that first mile was a 5:47. And then the second mile was a 5:50. I said I wanted between 5:50 and 6 flat per mile. So last year, Newport marathon training, my pace range for marathon training was 5:55 to 6:05. This year, or I say for my next marathon, probably London next year, I want to go 5:50 to 6 to just bring it down 5 minutes a mile. So I'd set myself that range. I know it's quite early in the year, September, so we're like ages out from London. But I thought, well, if I start ingraining that into me now, that will set me in good stead for London. So yeah, 5:47, 5:50, and our group had really formed. It was a good group. Nobody made any moves. We all just kind of sat together. Mile 3 came around, 5:52, all good. At mile 3, 4 and 5 we really had the wind in our faces. It began to get, that's what made it a little bit harder than what it needed to be. A couple of people at that point did start to just peel off in front. A couple of people did just kind of take that step forward and break away. Only we're talking a few feet, but it did sort of, there was a couple of people in front, and I think that's notable because mile 4 was a 5:56, so the group sort of slowed naturally into the wind. It made it more of a challenge, and then mile 5, 5:54. So overall I think the average pace for that 5 mile chunk was 5:52, which was brilliant, exactly what I wanted. Heart rate looks to be a bit high, but overall I said to you the effort felt quite a bit more than marathon effort. So either way, we got it done. Hit 5 miles, hit the lap button on my watch because I didn't have auto lap on, so it wasn't lapping every mile. It was just lapping every, whenever I manually pressed it. So hit it at mile 5, and then I knew at that point I wanted to try and hit 5:30s. So the 6th mile I hit 5:33. Really happy with that. Really put the hammer down, and I had 2 people ahead that I was just trying to chase down. And then mile 7 was 5:40, and then 8 was 5:42. So I had that extra gear, but I couldn't quite lock into the 5:30s like I wanted to. I did kind of feel like I was gently catching those people in front of me, which was a really good feeling. I felt that energy. I felt positive. I felt like I was strong. Everything felt to click. But as you can see, the splits there weren't exactly what I wanted, and I think the damage had been done in the marathon pace chunk. If I'd have maybe just held back 3 or 4 seconds a mile, maybe 5:30s would have been realistic. And then I knew at that point just kind of see if I could go do anything in the last 2 miles, and they ended up being a 5:38 and 5:39, so they were in the 5:30s, which was good. Brought me in at an overall time of 57:49 according to Strava. I don't know what the official time is. So those last 2 miles are interesting because those 2 people that I was chasing down, I managed to get one of them, but I couldn't get the other one. I think one of the chaps was suffering from like indigestion or something. He was kind of a bit stop-start in the last mile, but he was gutsy and he kept putting it in, and he was really putting a shift in, and he really hung on there. And so that was great to see. And the Western chap in front, I've seen him a few times. We did a cool down together. He's a great chap, and I couldn't quite catch him. He was really strong. So that was great, really enjoyable. And as I said, got a couple of miles cool down with a couple of the Western athletic team. So that was really good to catch up with them, and it sounds like they all had good races as well. And we all exchanged notes, and very much was a case of it was wonderfully overcast. The sun wasn't beating down on us, but it was very humid, and the wind in the first half of the course did make it a little bit challenging. So for me, taking that as a workout, average heart rate 169 beats a minute, really solid average pace, 5:45 per mile, everything I wanted it to be. Maybe a touch quicker would have been great, but overall I can't complain. The strength felt there. The shoes are incredible, definitely going to be my half marathon shoes next month. And yeah, everything kind of clicked today. So it was a really good strength builder, felt good, can't complain. Ran strong in conditions that weren't quite ideal. So hopefully in another month's time, when it cools down and the humidity disappears, will be even better. So yeah, training seems to be going well. Really happy with that. Good solid effort, good hard run out there, and everything I wanted to do, mixing up with some good runners towards the front there. So yeah, that is my Oldbury 10-mile vlog. Massive thanks for the organisers of the event. Absolutely brilliant, highly recommended, great course if you're looking for something. It's a familiar route for me because it encompasses the Shepherdine Marathon, which I've done a couple of times now. So yeah, lovely flat and fast country lanes, everything you can want in an end of summer race as you build into your half marathons and marathons. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you in the next one. Until then.